It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show with Billy the Kid and Scott Pang.
Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show!
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Ooh, I like how we were synergized on that one.
We did not plan that at all. That was
We
just
never
like,
planned
wow,
this.
dude. The vibe is real.
Yo, it's because I'm getting the vibes, the electricity from your shirt. Dude,
Yo,
look at the rays
radio-
bouncing off of that.
Radiating right now.
Those are some sick shirts.
Yeah,
though, I
best
will
shirts
say.
ever. What up? I'm Scott.
I'm Bill.
And this is
The Bill and Scott Cubicle
Show,
Show.
season number 4, where we move forth. And I don't know what episode it is. It could be actually really easy to go back and find out. I actually think this is episode number 6 of season 4, but
We don't know what total number episode it is of the series. We're well into the 200s at this point. But
yeah, we've been on for over a year now. So we got a lot to get to. You know.
Trevor said that was the best intro out of all seasons.
Oh, big facts. What up, Trevor?
Excuse me.
So we got, the kids see ghosts. Drake and Kanye out here seeing ghosts these days. But you know who else is seeing ghosts? Drake sees ghosts.
Oh, okay. You said Drake and Kanye. You mean Cudi and
Oh,
Kanye?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Drake.
right. Because Drake originally
Sees
stole Cudi's style.
Ghosts.
So that's coming at you in just a hot minute over here. The Selena
What's up,
Gomez,
Jenica?
What up, Jenica? The Selena Gomez crime mob family organization conspiracy theory is being brought to light in the wake of all the situations that are going down.
We're going to go deep
And I'm not
into this.
talking about the wake of Waco because that
No,
was a long time
You're talking
ago.
about the wake of woke. That's where we're going.
Woco. And then, of course, there's some more Serena Williams stuff that just came out. We'll get into that in just a minute. I guess we should probably just start with the Serena thing, get that going, then get into the Drake.
Sure.
And
It's a little Heineken. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna take a little crack open a bottle, take a little sip right here.
yeah, usually we have to be on ketchup slices, but in season 4 we've been able to do some more Heineken talk,
Mhm,
and I
'cause
like
we're
a little
moving
bit
forward.
of Heineken talk every now and
Yeah.
then. You know. So what's going on? I have no idea here.
Oh, okay.
This is another Scott's mystery topic.
Scott. Okay, so obviously we talked about this the other day. We're talking about Serena and Selena today. I'm trying to keep them straight. So Serena with an R. She got in trouble at the U.S. Open. She was allegedly cheating. Got docked a point. Argued that. Got docked a whole game. Kind of lost her cool with the umpire. And so there was all this talk about, the umpire being sexist or umpires in general being sexist because these kind of violations are not called against men. So now there's some former female tennis pros speaking out against that and saying it's not sexism, or if there is sexism involved, that shouldn't be the focus of the issue. What the focus should be is on making sure that you play by the rules, whether or not those rule violations are called against anybody else. Martina Navratilova, she used to be a tennis pro, and now she's a coach. She wrote an editorial for the New York Times.
Congratulations, you're finally known.
She says that to preserve the integrity of the sport, don't break the rules, even if they're not called against men.
Rules are meant to be broke.
And Mary Carrillo, who's another former pro and current analyst for NBC, says that Serena sometimes acts like a bully, and that she believes that we kind of saw the worst of that over this weekend. So,
But let's not forget all the pressure that she's had from U.S. tennis just in general, on top of everything going on lately.
well, that's one of the things this Mary Carrillo lady was saying, was that she feels like the pressure got to her. She's got a lot of pressure. Plus if she had won, she would have tied the all-time record for Grand Slam victories with 24. So she was like, she was tense, and so she lashed out. And it's not, she's human. People do that. But I think the idea here is that it's not necessarily sexism at work here. I actually think there's a different issue here. I don't think it's sexist. I think this guy probably just doesn't like Serena Williams because by all accounts, the other girl was doing the same thing, and she didn't get called for it.
Yeah, and you don't see a lot of the other girls get called for it either. But I do agree that maybe sexism isn't really
I think
so
that's,
much the issue. Maybe it's more of a Serena
Yeah.
issue. But if now people are going to start to come out and say this calling people for illegal coaching on the sides and taking points, you just set the precedent right
Mhm.
there. So now that has to continue.
Agreed.
Because if U.S. tennis doesn't continue to do that, then it can completely go back to, oh, are you trying to get Serena out of here, blah, blah, blah. Then you have like a whole, not an NFL situation on the mass scale of it, like with Kaepernick and stuff, but then you get the whole collusion against Serena Williams
Right, yeah.
and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like,
Now,
it's completely different elements, but it's just a way to kind of compare the...
I don't think, I think having it out for one specific person isn't any better. Like as a sports official, you're supposed to be objective. You're not supposed to let your personal preference come into play when you're making calls. Although I did read that this particular umpire has called the same thing on like Nadal and Djokovic, and so maybe he's more of a stickler for the rules than other people. So he's made the same call against men. So I think that actually kind of tosses the sexism thing out the window right there. Whether or not any other people do it, I don't know.
I just think that you set the precedent, so now it just has
Yeah.
to, it has to continue like this now.
Right, sure.
Everybody has to get called out, and if you as little as argue the call, you have to get your point taken away. If you continue to argue, you have to get a game taken away.
Yeah.
That's the precedent
I
been
agree.
set by that guy.
We say this a lot here. You set a standard and apply it equally
Yes.
to everyone. Nobody gets special treatment. That's, in a perfect world, that's how it'll go. So penalize the men when they break the rules too, and that's how you avoid, sexism allegations. It's pretty simple. The rules
Yeah.
are rules.
Keep it
300.
keep it fair.
100. Keep it 100
Yeah.
on each of these fingers.
Keep it right down the middle, the crest of it. Okay.
Are we gonna get into the wokeness, or are we gonna go into the?
We're gonna get into the
ghosts,
wokeness at the end here.
the spooky,
And I just
scary
noticed that there's a
skeletons.
thing that tells us how long we've been live
Oh
down
my
here this
goodness!
whole time.
Wow, you are right, dude.
We're almost 8
this
minutes
is-
in, and we've only done one
whoa.
topic. I can see why the shows have turned into 30 minutes now.
Just as a brief aside, we were like, what should we talk about today? We came up with 3 topics, and they were like, oh, we need a couple more. And Scott was like, why don't we just do these 3? Because we've been doing shows that have been almost half an hour lately. And I was like, yes. This originally started as a 15-minute show.
And we'll do a half. I don't have a problem doing a
Me
half an
neither.
hour show. Like, we're not like trying to restrict time or whatever. But if we can do 3 topics, we can maybe spend some more time on them instead of trying to rush
Right.
through them sometimes or trying to get the stuff. And then when we write down stuff, we just feel obligated to do it. So,
Yes. Once it is etched in stone, it is
Yeah.
law for the show.
the law of the stream. Drake, he sees ghost, or is he just getting ghosted?
He already got ghosted. Earlier this year, Heidi Klum, that's Drake. That's Heidi Klum.
Oh,
in case
I
you were
did
in
not-
case you were curious.
So Heidi is the one that's by me.
Yeah.
And Drake's by you.
Yes, correct.
I did not know that.
Just to clarify, to avoid any
Okay.
confusion, Heidi Klum does not have a sweet beard like that. She went on Ellen earlier this year and said that she had a crush on Drake. So what does he do? He whips out the old Cubicle Show watching phone, and he sends her a little texty text. And it's like, I don't know what he said, but here's just Drake basically sliding in the DMs. Although they specifically said text, so I'm assuming it was like a phone number, because of course Drake just has Heidi Klum's number. I feel like when you're that famous, you get like the famous people directory, because you always hear about all these celebrities
Or
texting
if not,
each
you
other.
just like, it's a really easy connection. You
Yeah,
just like
true.
to your publicist, like, yo, I need Heidi's number, and then 20 minutes later, the publicist like, here's Heidi's number.
Well, the publicist didn't act fast enough in this instance,
Really?
apparently.
Tell me.
Because by the time she got the message, she had already met her now boyfriend. And I guess when you're Heidi Klum, you got options. So she said yesterday on Ellen, this came up again. So she said, sorry, Drake, you snooze, you lose. You know what I mean? He was basically like a week too late. So if he had hopped on that right away, and we know that Drake likes older women. He dated Jennifer Lopez for a little while.
Wasn't he with Serena? No, not Serena. What's her sister's name?
Venus?
Yeah, wasn't he with Venus a little bit?
Maybe.
Wasn't he going to the U.S. Open to see Venus?
How old are they? They're not that old, are they?
A few years older than us.
Yeah, okay. So and Drake is like roughly
Drake's
like
like
a
our
year
age.
older than me. He's like
Yeah.
right in between us.
Yeah.
So so yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, but
So he reached out to her, and
he reached out to her, and yeah, sorry, I was like, I forgot where I left off in the story, and she just nothing. She just did not respond. That was it. You can't even call that ghosting.
yeah, if there's not an initial response, like if you just stop like responding back in general, then that's ghosting, right? But if I hit you up once and you never respond back to my first time getting hit up, I don't think that's being ghosted.
That's not being ghosted exactly. But it is, I mean, it does go to show you that even somebody like Drake, even Champagne Poppy, him, even the Six God, how many other AKAs?
Six.
Champagne Poppy, Six God.
He's the boy. He's the man.
October's very own.
He's Scorpion.
Drizzy.
Drizzle.
Even this
He's Aubrey.
fellow, Aubrey Graham, Wheelchair Jimmy. Yo, where's the Wheelchair Jimmy?
Yeah, hold on, we got a new thing. Okay.
Even this guy
Yes,
has trouble with relationships, just like the rest of us. Although all you have to do to realize that's the case is listen to like any of his songs. Mr. Sad Sack, Instagram caption lyric deluxe, man.
Yeah, but then you hear his like other songs. He's like I'm creeping around your house. I'ma shoot you out.
Yeah, well,
I'ma get a vest.
it's
I'ma get a tag. Yeah, I'm upset. I don't know if that's the words, but that's what I.
It's okay. You got to distinguish between the two versions of Drake. You got to distinguish between the real Drake, who never gets a text back from Heidi Klum, and the Drake who's like psyching himself up in the mirror, like, I'm getting ready for the day. I'm gonna go get that money.
You got this.
Even rich, famous people have insecurities, especially if they are truly deep down in their core extremely lonely, like Drake is.
Yeah. I always find it funny when people are like, they'll be like, yo, celebrities, you need to be like a real person, act like us. But then the moment a celebrity acts like a real person, it's like, how dare you? You're supposed to rise above it all. I always think that's funny, though. So that goes back to Drake being himself and being a Mr. Emotional guy and showing both sides. Sometimes he's nice, sometimes he's mad. He is showing his emotions.
He's a real dude just cruising down the highway in his chair.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
Cruising down the street in my wheelchair.
My wheelchair.
That's it right there.
Jocking up.
Wait, hold on. Trevor said I like the non-scripted shows. I don't know what that means because we don't.
Yeah, it's not scripted. Yeah, it's just
we write an outline.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
okay.
Not like,
I see what you're saying.
It's not like scripted.
Right. No, we have an idea. Like, we're gonna go from here to here.
Yeah, and then when we write stuff down, we just feel obligated to talk about it because
so we
it's
left
written
some
down.
spaces blank.
So we just left those spaces blank. That way, we're not obligated to talk about it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No scripts here. It's all freestyle. There's nothing.
Straight off the dome piece.
Yeah, nothing required or anything like that. I mean, we take
this job very seriously,
and
tomorrow
we take our very verbal abuse.
Tomorrow
privately.
we're gonna have Dina Janae from Fifth Harmony in the. Okay, let me tell you this story real quick. Right?
Do it.
We got Dinah Jane from Fifth Harmony coming in, and we're doing some contests, right? Getting people in for a little listening party, a little Q&A interview sesh. The Fly Morning Rush,
right,
Jake and Christy.
The elites.
They got a lot more of these than we do.
Way more.
Right? They're on air all day calling her Dina Jane. And they thought I was trolling when I said Dinah out here, and we were like, no, did you call her that on air?
And they're always worried about us messing up things.
Right, yeah, John yesterday was like, I don't want you embarrassing me in front of the label reps tomorrow, or on Thursday when we do this interview. And I was like, John, come on, I'm a good kid. Bobby the good kid.
How could I embarrass him? Actually, the reality is, the station with all the cloud tokens, they would have made the biggest embarrassment out of everything.
But we're here to set the record straight and make sure that everybody does their homework. We got it.
Because we just want to make sure that everything is equal and fair playing ground.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't deserve to come into a situation where they don't know who she is. Do your research. And just another example, man.
Here's the secret, the super secret tech that I use to figure out how to pronounce an artist's name.
But it's a secret I use, too. You're going to expose this? This is like...
I talk about it on air sometimes. I'm like, look, let's take a peek behind the curtain of what we do in radio.
It's like a magician, like, exposing how you cut lady in half here.
This isn't quite that level. There's some things that I don't expose, but this one I think is a fair, because this helps educate the people. This is for people who don't know how to pronounce names. 'Cause that's a pet peeve of mine when people don't know how to pronounce.
It only takes about 2 minutes to do.
You
your
go
research
to YouTube.com.
Oh, so that website usually everybody's on all day anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you type in their name,
Yep.
and then you type in the word interview, and then you hit enter, and you go watch an interview that they've already done with like a national organization or like a syndicated radio show elsewhere.
One of those shows is not gonna
That they're not gonna get it wrong. And you listen to how they say their name, or you listen to how they say their name themselves. I actually learned it today she was doing like a makeup tutorial video. She's like, I'm Dinah Jane from Fifth Harmony. And I was like, all right, that's it. I got it. Just in case. Because John was saying Dina yesterday. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not it. But I've never actually heard anyone say it, so let me check.
And I believe I interviewed her. I want to say it was her like 2 years ago or 2 years. The last time when their Fourth Harmony.
I think it was her when Fourth Harmony was still a thing.
When they put out their thing. And okay, so we're gonna get into the Serena Gomez crime family.
Selena.
Did I say Serena?
Yeah, I had the same problem earlier.
Selena Gomez family crime organization. Now, for an example though, this is exactly why we kind of didn't put down a couple things, because we just went off talking about that for like
a couple
4 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's always our problem. So if you want more of the personal stories, we got to cut down on the other stuff and just like talk about the big stuff. So Selena Gomez, the Gomez last name may be one day parallel to the likes of Capone, Dillinger, Luciano,
Simpson.
Go ahead.
Because of OJ.
I know.
Okay, so I have it on good authority that Selena Gomez is planning on assassinating the Queen of England. You heard it here first, unless you heard me say it during the Daily Dish, because I also said it then. Here's what's going down. All right. A couple days ago, young David Henry from Wizards of Waverly Place. Oh, we don't have his picture anymore, do we? All right, it's fine. He was arrested. He was arrested for bringing a loaded gun to the airport. Now, today, the news breaks another Wizards of Waverly Place actor has been arrested.
Wow.
His name is Daniel Simonis, and he actually played Selena's love interest on the show. So I thought, okay, well, is this the Wizards of Waverly Place crime curse? Is it spreading? Excuse me. Ooh. It's a gaseous curse. Is it gonna move from actor to actor and eventually infiltrate?
Was that the great
our
gas
darling
B?
Hang on, I'm trying to put my hands around the picture. Our darling Selena. It's difficult when it's in reverse. And I was like, well, no, because it went from David Henry to this other guy who wasn't even a regular on the show. He was just like a guest star. So it's going, it's decreasing in star power, not going up. So it wouldn't go to Selena from here. But then I realized, I looked at the date on the arrest. This guy was arrested on August 27th.
What?
David Henry was arrested on September 10th.
What?
Now, for whatever reason, this Daniel guy, this literally just broke like last night, like late last night. So this story is just being reported now, even though it happened 2.5 weeks ago. What? So it's actually moving up in star power. So Selena Gomez could be next. And the crimes...
They're going for her?
Just keep getting bigger. This guy had a DUI. Then David Henry freaking brought a loaded gun to the airport, and now I am afraid that Selena Gomez is going to try and take out the Queen.
Oh, my God.
And I ain't talking about Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, for that matter. I'm talking about Queen
Freddie
Elizabeth.
Mercury's not here. Oh, Queen Elizabeth. Okay.
The rest of Queen.
Oh,
He's coming for them all.
Whoa. Oh, my God.
So beyond your guard.
So that's why they're
this
trying to
could
get
be
her for
a real...
tax evasion right now, because they're just trying to get any type of crime on her to bring her down.
Are they actually? They probably are.
Just like they
that's
did to
how
Capone.
You start.
That's
Just
how they got Capone.
That's how they got Richard from the first season of Survivor.
Listen, tax evasion is the government's way of saying
we couldn't catch you,
but we're gonna
catch
you.
We couldn't catch you. We're gonna get you.
Yeah, right?
That is pubs.
Yo, big pubs. Maybe we have to explain the pub thing again.
Do we not explain? Okay, just
a
missed
few
it.
times, yeah.
So there's bars, there's bars, big bars. We've explained that before. But my sister is visiting England right now, and that inspired me, because they call bars pubs. So now pubs is a new phrase.
Yeah.
And that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, pubs.
Big pubs.
Big pubs. Get pubbed up.
Oh, you've been pubbed. Roseanne pubbed.
Wow, is this a British version of Roseanne? Roseanne pub.
Yo, you've been Roseanne pubbed. Okay, so that's pretty
man.
much it. Just like the Mickey Mouse Club, they all went down.
It's Disney. It's all Disney.
Yeah.
Man, you got Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera. They all started on the Mickey Mouse Club. Look what happened to Britney Spears. She had a sister who got her show on Nickelodeon canceled because she got pregnant. Look what happened to Justin Timberlake. He ripped off Janet Jackson's shirt at the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Look what happened to Christina Aguilera. She was on The Voice.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Duh.
Sawyer Fredericks. Was she a judge when he was on? Remember Sawyer Fredericks? He's like from around here. He won The Voice.
Yeah.
So I guess
Actually,
that's a good thing.
we've met him 2 times.
Yeah,
at
that's
the,
right. At the geez,
oh,
I've met him. I've met him 3 times because he came to Summer Jam in 2015
Oh.
at the Center for Disability Services telethon.
Yes,
He's
that's what
performed
it is, Center for
back to
Disability
back
Services.
years, the last 2 years.
Yo, and we've met his mom, and his mom's
she's
superb.
super
She's a
chill.
really nice woman.
She gave us signed CDs.
Yeah. She's
like
like, yo,
promo
listen to
copies.
this before it comes out. And I listened. I gave it to my mom. And I listened with my
It's
mom.
dope.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, shout out
Sawyer
Sawyer
Fredericks,
local
their
boy.
family. Yeah.
from the 518-838, a.k.a. the 8.
I still have yet to meet anybody with an
How do
838
you do an
number.
8?
Or
There it is. The 8. Get that right.
do you need
Drake is from the 6.
We're from the 8,
We're the 8. We're the 8 god.
and that's what I'm about to go do. 8 my nacho fries.
8, 8, 8.
I'm hungry.
Okay, let's get out of here. On Cubicle Show on the Jam's Facebook page, we still almost did. We did 22 minutes
with
with 3 topics.
Whoops.
Don't worry. I guess you're going to still get the same length. Yeah, Cubicle Show on the Jam's Facebook page, Monday through Thursday at 10:30 Eastern Time.
Because that's the only time zone that matters.
1. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show. Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We just gotta do 1. Boy!